Hello, we are going to walk through how to set up your gridded image for your celebrity drawing. So the first thing that we are going to do is open up your assignment, and where it says day 1, where you're going to do the setup, you are going to select the folder. So you're going to go to the folder where the celebrities are all stored. So as you guys send me your requests, I've been adding them to this file. Okay, so from there, then you're going to choose your celebrity of choice. And if you can change your mind and use a different one, that's totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and grab Jimmy Fallon. And there's 2 ways you can do this. You can go up to the 3 dots and you can select download, or you can double click on the file and then click the download arrow from over here. And for me, because I'm using my Chrome browser, it shows up in my downloads over here. We're going to leave it there for a second. Okay, the next thing I need to do is decide, is this picture vertical or horizontal? It is vertical. So we are going to go back to your assignment, and you are going to select, the vertical file. And this is the grid overlay that I created for you guys. And then once it opens and you can see it, you're going to go ahead and click that download arrow again. And so now you have 2 files downloaded to your computer. Once that Photoshop file downloads completely, you can go ahead and click on that, and it should open up automatically in Photoshop. Give it a second. Here we go. As you can see, I've already done this once or twice. All right, so we're going to take this vertical grid, and then we are going to go to your downloads. So I clicked on my Finder. And, you know, my downloads can be found over here. And I have my Jimmy Fallon, so I'm going to go ahead and drag him in. And there he is, but he's not underneath the grid. So I locked the grid layer for you, so you can't touch it, and that's a good thing. And you're going to click and drag your Jimmy layer, or your photo layer, whoever you choose, underneath. Then from there, if your photo does not fill the grid, you need to take from the corner boxes, not the sides or the top and bottom, but the corners, and you are going to stretch it to fill the grid completely. It does need to be completely filled. We don't want any empty space. And then that should work out nicely. So from here, I am good to go. So I'm ready to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to select JPEG. I do not need it to be a Photoshop file anymore. And I'm going to rename it Jimmy Fallon, and then grid, if I can spell it correctly. And then I can click save, but first I want to make sure I know where it's saving. Right now it's defaulting to download, so I'm actually going to save it to my desktop so it's easy to find. I already had one on my desktop, so I had to click replace. All right. So what happens though if you change your mind and you want to choose a different file? I'm going to close this so you can't see it really quick. I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to go back to the celebrities to choose from. And let's say I want to pick, let's see, I know that Michelle Obama's is a horizontal image. So this is a horizontal image, and say I wanted to choose this one, then I would download this again. I would need to go back to my assignment, and I would also need to download the horizontal grid to match with it. So the horizontal grid is downloading as well. As soon as that downloads, then you can double click it. It will open up in Photoshop. And then you can grab your other photo, drag it in. Hers is a little bigger, so I have a little less stretching to do. I'm going to click and drag to reorder in my layers box. And then I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of stretching. I'm going to zoom out a little bit to make sure. I got to do it a little bit more on the bottom. And then I'm good to go. I'm going to hit return on my keyboard. File, Save As, change to JPEG, and then rename. I hope you're enjoying my daughter practicing the piano in the background. Oh, switch to desktop. Here we go, and then click Save. So now you have your file ready to go on your computer, and that way when you open one up, and you have it available for you, so both of mine just opened, But the nice part is when you go to draw now, you will have easy access to this image, and you can even zoom in on certain pieces. So if you're working on the mouth area, you're going to be able to zoom in nice and close to be able to focus just on those boxes. Same thing with the eyes or anything with any small detail. This is going to come in very handy for this project. So there are some benefits to doing this a little bit more digitally than we usually do in the classroom. All right, if that does not make any sense to you guys or you need a little help, make sure you check in on my office hours or send me an email. But otherwise, I think you should be good to go.